Robert Mueller is offering Donald Trump and his legal team a new proposal in order to get Trump to agree to an interview with Mueller. Now, Trump has been urging his team to allow for this interview. He believes that he has the ability to convince Robert Mueller that this whole investigation is a witch hunt. Now, this follows Trump's numerous tweets essentially tearing down Robert Mueller, going after individuals tied to this investigation. Now, the team, Robert Mueller's team, has offered the White House a format changes. Perhaps he's even willing to limit some of the questions asked of President Trump or accept some answers in writing. So again, Trump has explicitly and publicly expressed a desire to be interviewed, but his lawyers have repeatedly objected to the investigators' proposals. And just to remind everyone of what Trump said about Mueller and this investigation just this week, a couple days ago, this is a terrible situation, and Attorney General Jeff Sessions should stop this rigged witch hunt right now before it continues to stain our country any further. He also said that Bob Mueller is totally conflicted. Okay.
Yeah, and he's doing dirty work. I mean, again, we have a madman for a president. Okay, so I think what Robert Mueller's trying to do is just lure him into the room. And it's possible that the president's lawyers would tackle him if he tried to answer any question that was outside of what they previously agreed to talk about. But you know Trump, he thinks he's a genius, so he might just start answering them. And you also know Trump, most of the professional lawyers have already left, so he's left with a bunch of clowns. I mean, he runs a 3-ring circus, so he's going to bring, of course, clowns and elephants, kind of literally with the Republicans, to Mueller. They're going to be outmatched. And so Mueller's thinking, just anything, please come here, come this way, just a little further, sit down, let's have a couple of questions, see what happens. So it's inconceivable that Trump wouldn't incriminate himself and wouldn't lie. He can't go 2 sentences without lying. So you just got to get him in the room.
My read of this is a little different. And of course, this is based on my perception of the story, and I could be wrong, but hear me out. I think what's happening is, A, Trump doesn't really want to be questioned by Bob Mueller, but perception is everything. And so saying, I really want to answer his questions, I think I should answer his questions, but my legal team, my lawyers won't let me do it. I have nothing to be afraid of, I have nothing to hide, but my lawyers won't let me do it, right?
Yeah, so Anna, it's a great hypothesis, but I'm afraid you're making the same mistake everyone else is.
That I'm guessing he has a strategy when he does it.
He never has a strategy. You're assuming that he thinks 2 steps ahead or 1 step ahead. Never. He never thinks 1 step ahead.
I agree with you on that. However, I think some of the people surrounding him, even though they're some of the most deplorable people on the planet, I think some of them do think of strategy.
No, of course.
Yeah.
No, his lawyers, every lawyer that's been there is like, no way we're gonna let Trump testify. Why? Because they know Trump, they deal with Trump all the time. And they know that he's a pathological liar. He would immediately perjure himself the minute he walked in the door. It doesn't matter what you ask him. If you ask him, hey, is the sky blue? He'll be like, it's green, it's a strong green, a big green. He can't help himself. So no, they tackle him before they let him into that room. I'm not talking about the lawyers. Even Rudy is like, no, I mean, like we could, but we're not going to. It's a perjury trap.
No, but I think the strategy was cooked up by his team. That's what I'm trying to say.
No, I hear you. No.
Okay.
So, and I'll tell you why. This, of course, we're just guessing here. But number 1, he doesn't listen to anybody. He wouldn't listen to his team, okay? And number 2, he, in his incredibly stupid mind, actually believes he's really, really smart. And so he thinks, I'll just go in there and I'm like a smart person. That's one of my 2 great traits, including being mentally stable. And so I will go and talk to Robert Mueller and I'll outwit him. I guarantee you he thinks he's smarter than Robert Mueller and that he could just talk Mueller out of it. Like every rational person goes, even the MAGA guys are like, don't do that. Don't do that, no, it's not gonna work out, right? Okay, but Trump in his head thinks, I got him. Ladies and gentlemen, I got him. So that's why his lawyers are constantly like, I mean, he could, but just hold him, get the other arm. Yeah. No, he can't have him go in the room, but he could, kind of.
Yeah, look, Trump is a wild card, so it's I'm uncertain about the future. I don't know whether or not he's actually going to go through with it. And you're right in that once he has an idea in his head and he thinks that he's going to succeed in executing that idea, he's not going to listen to his legal team and he's going to go ahead and do what he wants to do. With that said, though, you are right in that Mueller seems to be willing to do anything just to get Trump in the room. To give you an example, according to the Washington Post, Mueller has proposed that he might not even ask any questions about actions Trump has taken as president, including his private discussions with Comey. So, I mean, if you take that off the table, then yeah, I mean, it definitely opens up more of a possibility for Trump to be willing to talk to him. But anyway, we'll see.
The degree to which Bob Mueller and his team are smarter than Donald Trump is immeasurable. Scientists, if they spent their whole lives, could not measure it. The Mueller team would come in with carefully crafted questions based on the information they already have to try to try to get Trump to answer things that are essential, and they know, my guess is that they know he did it and they have a whole bunch of evidence. So the questions, any question they would ask him, he would immediately give a damning answer to.
They wouldn't even have to ask him questions. I feel like he'd go in there
he'd go in guns blazing, right? Like, well, somebody should have fired you. That's obstruction of justice, right? And my name's not Donald Trump, it's John Miller, okay? Perjury, right? Like, I mean, we just keep on going, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, look, I hope to God that he does not listen to his attorneys. And I agree with a TV pundit that once said, like, no, it's criminal negligence on the part of an attorney to let Donald Trump testify under these circumstances. Like, anyone who knows Donald Trump knows he will immediately lie and get himself in much bigger trouble. So, in fact, I think it's grounds for disbarment. Okay, but I hope that Trump does. Hey, look, and if Trump's watching, okay, if somehow this is replayed on Fox News, okay, now Donald, are you smarter than Mueller or aren't you? Only one way to find out. 2 easy ways to follow the Young Turks. One is hit the subscribe button down below, then you're a TYT subscriber. And second is ring the bell. And when you do that on YouTube, you're notified of our videos.